We are finally getting some momentum on the funded. Um, had a trade today, but it's kind of messy right here. So I'm gonna go over it on TradingView. So first off, to start, we had no high impact news during Luke session. We had high impact at 7:30 a.m. Um, which had created this massive candlestick. And on our bias was bearish. That candlestick kind of messed with us, but it didn't really play a role into anything. So kind of on the 1 minute, these are kind of some, or not 1 minute, my fault. On the daily, these are some areas I'm looking for price to draw into. So for me, I'm looking in the overall scheme of things, I'm looking for price to draw towards this line right here, and then this is annoying. Delete all this. Anyway, all right. I'm looking for price to draw towards these lows right here to grab some of this liquidity since it did create equal lows. So that's where I'm looking in the overall scheme of things, and also on the daily. We are currently in a daily imbalance right here. So this was contributing to my bias, even more confluence to make it bearish. So I scaled down to the 4 hour chart. Here's this imbalance that we have um on the daily, and just keep scaling down, go through to the hour, same imbalance, blah blah. So then we had marked out our pre-market highs and our pre-market lows. We have pre-market um pre-market highs right here, and then we have our pre-market lows right here, and then for London session, and then we have New York Open right here. So we open inside this bearish daily fair value gap, so I'm immediately looking for buys, and we're in this downtrend kind of. we're we're in this downtrend, and there was a lot of trades that I missed out on because my plan originally coming into this was grabbing this liquidity right here from the pre-market lows and looking for a retrace of some sort and enter off a 1 minute confluence, which we did end up doing. And price was kind of chopping the first hour and a half of the New York Open. So there are some setups that I did like. There's a bunch of order block setups. We have order block right here to here, and then we have another order block from right here to there. Tapped in the order block, tapped in the order block right here, and then another order block setup. This trade I was looking for originally, and I didn't enter it. I wasn't really confident, and it did end up dropping. Another order block setup. We have 3 order block setups right here in this bearish downtrend. And I believe this last one I was looking at was in the PD array above in the discount, which it was. That would have been a nice trade to catch on. At this point, I was kind of done, not looking for any more setups. And then we swept this liquidity and started retracing back. And this is kind of where I started to look for setups. I was looking for setups since we swept this liquidity, and we did invalidate a bearish SMT. Um, yeah, we had um, or we invalidated bullish SMT. Trying to find, I believe it was at 9 o'clock right here. Was it? Yeah, we had this SMT right here to there, and then on ES at 9, we had we had created a higher high, but on NQ we created a lower low. Um, so this was kind of a possible trend reversal, but this uh got invalidated. So it's also a really good opportunity to look for sells. So um going back to ES, this entry, it was a really cheap trade because I wasn't looking to risk a whole lot. I only risked about $250. So we sweep liquidity, and then we get this retrace, and I was looking um from this swing high right here to this swing low. I'm looking at above equilibrium, and I'm also looking inside of this fair value gap right here. Boom. And I entered when we got bearish movement off of that fair value gap, which was right here. But when I entered, we pushed up higher a little bit, and then we ended up falling. This trade, where I had a 5-point stop loss, so it was right here. And my target um was these lows down here, but I always put my take profit a little bit higher than what I'm targeting, so I could guarantee more of a fill. And we hit this trade for, it was about $650, 1 to 2.5 risk to reward ratio, cheap trade, and it did hit good. And we ended up pushing even lower. Um, let's see. We ended up pushing. Oh, I'm just seeing this right here into this 15-minute fair value gap, it looks like. And then we did reverse off of that. Now we're kind of broke structure back to the upside. So that was my trade recap for today. I'm getting some more bullish I'm getting some, not bullish. I'm getting some momentum on my funded account now. We're day 7 or 8, 6, I don't know, one of the days. Now, so at 50,000, it hasn't updated yet, but I'm at $50,800. I need about 2,200 more past the first phase. So this is a trade I took for today. It was a decent setup, retraced this fair value gap, or draw toward this fair value gap. So that was my trade recap for today. Later.